I'm Jen and this is Sun's Up. Last week I told you about Corwin playing kingdoms at war. I told you about the social aspect of it, all the diplomatic negotiations, the chatting, the helping each other, being friends, falling in love, all that stuff. This time, as promised, I'm going to tell you about warring. I'll have to explain some things about the war mechanics so you understand what I'm talking about. I hope I'm not boring you too much, because this is not about explaining how the game works. I'm just trying to tell you what it is we're doing, because you might think it's just, attacking the other guy. You would be so wrong. What you do is 1 hour beforehand, you start filling out Excel spreadsheets. You put lists of our clan and the opponent clan and their building stats. And then you know which ones are attack builds, those with mainly soldiers, which one are spy builds with mainly spies, as the name implies, and which are hybrids where it's half-half, attack builds and spies. What do you need that for? You need a plan. Hopefully you have a war chief. And if you don't have a war chief, forget about warring, because with no war chief you have lost already. Experienced war chief, even better. What does this war chief do? He decides on the strategy, and all the spy builds will start out by assassinating the strongest guy from the opposing side, and then the second strongest. Then the attack builds go in and start attacking them. Or it could be something else. It's just spreadsheets, strategy from an experienced war chief, second thing. Third things, a really, really, really good tracker. Why do you need a tracker? The way things work in the wars is that if your level of troops goes to 0, you can have knockouts. The tracker notes down or marks the time when the message appears that your opponent has been knocked out. Then when the knockout time is over, he will tell you in chat, player XYZ should be back now, and then if you have troops left, you start attacking XYZ. While XYZ is just figuring out that, oh, I've got troops again, I'm back out of knockout, so I have to select the clan list, I have to select the correct player, I have to hit the attack button, and by the time he hits the attack button, hopefully he's already knocked out again. Well, that also happened to you, of course, if their tracker is really good and if their clan is better than yours. You're being knocked out, and what happens then? Your clan starts yelling at you. In chat, of course, typing. Self-knockout, why didn't you self-knockout? Self-knockout meaning I attacked and I got down to 0 while I was attacking, not getting attacked. Because they're blaming you. They say, you're the reason we lost, and they'll attack you. Your own clan members I'm talking about. Or you could be that guy that everyone knows who just turns up, attacks once and disappears again. Once. Why he does that is that way if you lose, he hasn't put in any work, no skin off his nose. And if you win, then of course he wins along with you from your sweat and tears and pain and work. And everyone hates that guy. As you can see, warring isn't just getting on, hitting the button a few times and that's warring. No, to recap, you do spreadsheets, you do strategy, you do tactics, you have a war chief, you have a tracker, you're fully concentrated for a whole hour, because you have to, you don't have just to have to hit the button, you have to report as well. You have to say whom you attacked and who attacked you and who knocked you out, so they can retaliate and know which of your opponents has gold right at the moment and has troops right at the moment. Well, that much about warring. As I said, next week in the last installment I'll be telling you about politics, diplomacy and all the alliances you have in COP. Bye!